Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you another deck request from one of my members, GG Cyber End. Now for his request, he did something a little bit different. He actually provided the deck list for me to play, and he just asked me to try it out and make a video on it. So this deck list is 100% his, except for the Black Rose Dragon. I threw that in there because he only sent me 5 extra deck cards, so that's my only addition to this deck. And what the deck's trying to do, it's a Laval deck with a Neos engine that can summon Arcana Force EX, the Light Ruler. So it does have a lot going on, but it's actually a ton of fun to play, and it's pretty strong. We're using Cyber Style, which you guys know, it works with Arcana Force X because you're not using the monsters as tribute, they're simply being sent from the field to the graveyard. So if you take enough damage, you get one, Proton Dragon per 1000 life points that you lose. Yeah, so if you lost 2000 life points, you'll get 2 Proto Cyber Dragon. If you lost 3000, you'll get 3. And then you can use that to summon your Arcana Force X, which is a 4000 attack, 400 defense beater. That gets an effect when special summon. It says when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can target one card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand, or if it's tails during either player's turn when a spell or trap card or monster effect that targets this card is activated, this card loses exactly 1000 attack and you negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So it gives you an extra boss monster along with, you know, your regular Neos engine. I'm not sure if he was playing this way because he wanted these ratios, or he didn't have, you know, more cards such as a third Molten Conducting Field, which I'm glad he didn't put 3 because I only have the 2. But yeah, we have 2 Arcana Force EX, 2 Laval Lakeside Lady, 3 Laval Cannon, only 2 Handmaiden, which was a little surprising, but it does work because normally with your Molten Conduction Field you want to send 1 Lakeside Lady, 1 Handmaiden, another Handmaiden, and then your Laval Miller. The Neos engine is pretty standard, 2 Neos, 3 Fusion, 2 Brave Neos in the extra deck. And then we have the Dust Flame Blast, which is really good removal. Banish all Laval monsters from your graveyard, destroy any number of cards on the field up to the number of those monsters banished for this card's activation. It does not target, so you can destroy Red Eyes with this. However, if you're destroying a Red Eyes that has a Power of the Guardians equipped, the Power of the Guardians will be able to save the Red Eyes before it gets destroyed. So just some info there. The rest of the extra deck, we have 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Black Rose Dragon, 1 Laval Dragon, and then 1 Laval Stennen. So let me go ahead and show you some replays. But yeah, this was a really cool deck. I'm sure some of you won't like the fact that it uses 3 Neos, but it does kind of need it. One thing I do, you know, one comment I'm going to make about the deck is that the only thing that I wish it had was a way to control your life point loss, such as Cosmic Cyclones, things like that, because you're completely relying on your opponent dealing damage to you, and without defensive cards it's really hard to, you know, control that, because a lot of the times if you're open you're just hoping, because otherwise you're just gonna get OTK'd. So we're gonna activate the Molten Conduction Field, activate Lakeside Lady to pop the monster, which was a Bacon Saver. I'm gonna go for the Synchro Summon right here, Laval Stennen. Send that other Lakeside Lady in my hand. I made a mistake here by setting the Dust Flame Blast. This was huge oof. I should have just popped this first. I ended up making him, you know, letting him get rid of my Dust Flame Blast, which was my only protection. And to make things worse, he had a Sphere Grieva. It's gonna go Diamond Core of Coaquimera. This was really weird. He tries to destroy it with ice when he could have just attacked over it and saved the Neos in hand for, you know, another turn. But we're gonna banish 1 monster to protect my my Stennen, and then he's still gonna be able to attack over it. Pick up a Neo's Fusion, which is pretty clutch. And that pretty much gives me the win. He's in a top deck situation. Even if he tries to destroy my Neos, I can just banish the Neo's Fusion. I pick up another Neo's Fusion. And that's the game. And that's the game. There we go. I knew he scooped, but I didn't remember exactly at what point did he scoop. Here we have a Bandit Keith. Now I actually lost this duel, but I still wanted to show it because it was really cool. The deck did so much, and in the end it didn't even matter. But I still wanted to show you what all things this deck can do. And it was Amazoness. I lost to Amazoness Swordswoman. Spoiler alert. So he's gonna go Neo's Fusion, send the Bacon Saber. I didn't know what I was playing here. I'm like, okay, normal Neos deck. When I activate our Molten Conduction field, pop the face down to see what it is. And then we see Amazoness Swordswoman, so I'm like, okay, time to either force the Bacon Saber here or force his Neo's Fusion from the grave because I have Dust Flame Blast. So that's the thought process there. He saves the Bacon Saber, goes for the Neo's Fusion instead, activates a Cosmic Cyclone. I'm gonna chain, but that Cosmic Cyclone is gonna give him his switcheroo, which I think ends up being pretty clutch for him. He top decks, yeah, into a Neo's Fusion, of course. So now his Neos is bigger than mine, and he gets to add another Neo's Fusion. All these things are pretty unfortunate. So I have to top deck my own Neo's Fusion, and then we'll do it all over again. Force him to use his Neo's Fusion from the grave or the Bacon Saber. Top decks Amazoness Princess, and this is where things start looking pretty bad for me with the Onslaught. He's gonna summon a Amazoness Queen. I top deck Laval Cannon, which is really good. But there was not a whole lot I can do since Laval Dragon only sends cards back to the hand. So what I'm going to try to do here is just deal some damage. But the fact that he never used his Bacon Saber really came back and bit me because he's able to save this princess. Now I know he has to just tribute for, you know, Queen. And here's where I'm hoping. I'm like, okay, deal enough damage for me to summon my Arcana Force EX. But I knew I had lost this duel. Like, I knew the duel was lost because I have to get rid, I have to destroy this. And for me to destroy this, I also have to destroy the Onslaught. And then he's gonna be able to either bring back the Queen that I can't destroy, or just summon an Amazoness Swordswoman and I lose. We're still gonna try. Laval Cannon is gonna special summon the Lakeside Lady so we can go into Black Rose Dragon. He actually goes for Amazoness Princess, and he did this because he didn't know that I was about to summon something else. So this should have benefited me, but in the end, we are 200 attack points short. We're gonna activate Cyber Style, summon Arcana Force. We get heads, which means we can add a monster from the graveyard to our hand after we destroy this. But we already saw the card he added, which is Willpower, and all he needs to do is summon a Swordswoman. We're gonna go for Stenon here, which is not gonna change a lot of things. Unfortunately, the other thing I could have done before the Black Rose Dragon was destroy the Onslaught and then Black Rose Dragon, but I didn't have enough Laval monsters with different names, so I couldn't activate my Lakeside Lady. There you go, we try to pop it, he switches. And we lose. Look at that, look at all he had. But I still wanted to show that because, you know, I was able to Black Rose, I was able to summon Arcana. I activated this skill. It really was a duel showcasing everything the deck is trying to do. Here we have a Jaden. Activate Molten Conduction Field. This is kind of like the ideal hand because you set yourself up for the following turn. So we're just gonna destroy that. It's a Fuma, and that's completely fine. We have a Laval cannon and a Neos Fusion in order to be able to, you know, put out enough attack. So we're gonna Synchro Summon into Laval Dragon, bounce that back into the hand. Next we're gonna go into Stardust because why not? And now I can use my Neos Fusion. And there's the scoop. That's perfect case scenario. And this is a Red Eyes match that I was very surprised I was able to pull off. And it's pretty cool. I'm very proud of this duel actually. Even though it's a long duel because I had to stall until I drew the cards that I needed, which was Dust Flame Blast. And it was just at the bottom of my deck. I couldn't get to it. I kept deck thinning and I just would not draw it. We're gonna use Neos Fusion. Unfortunately, we give him his Red Eyes Fusion right here. But we are set up with a second Neos Fusion, and you know we'll try to do something. Goes for inside, adds another Red Eyes Fusion. And here's where things get ugly. Immediately, Power of the Guardians. Super fair. So I think I let him destroy this. I don't remember if I keep the Neos. No, I keep the Neos. Okay, I'm gonna banish the Fusion. I'm gonna activate another one. Just to deck thin. I'm trying to deck thin as much as possible so I can get to my Dust Flame Blast. But unfortunately, he's not falling for it. I really want him to kill this Handmaiden and he won't. So I'm like, alright, set another one. This is where I just take a ton of damage. But you know, I'm able to stall because he's not summoning anything else. He locked himself out of back row, which means he can't activate a Red Eyes Fusion. He can't go for Spirit or anything like that. He's gonna have to hard summon something. And then I thought, okay, maybe if I set my Lakeside Lady, he won't attack it. And I can just Black Rose Dragon the whole field. But that didn't happen. He goes for the Lakeside Lady. And I have to keep waiting for my Dust Flame. But look at this, 5 cards left in the deck. I have 3 Dust Flame Blasts. Cannot draw one. Finally we get it. And we're gonna let him destroy that Handmaiden so it can make some room for us. Now we can Dust Flame Blast. But as I mentioned, the field spell will protect the Red Eyes. Which kind of works out for me because otherwise that Red Eyes would have summoned you know, the Black Metal Dragon and the Buster Blader. And that was actually more trouble for me. We're gonna flip the the Handmaiden. Go for a level 5 Synchro. Bounce that dragon back to the hand or to the extra deck. Activate her skill. Hope there's not a Grivo back there. And go for a game. Boom. Love it, man. That duel was Monka-esque the whole way, but it was so worth it at the end. And then here we have a Crowler. This was a weird match because it's an Ancient Gear deck and they didn't summon anything. But I still showed it because I got tilted twice, not respecting the back row. Just trying to go for a game here. I'm like, if I don't set anything, then maybe he doesn't have a double cycle in play. Well, I got Mirror Force. We're gonna try again. Same setup. No drowning this time, but I do get 1600 in. It's gonna go for Galaxy Cyclone. I'm gonna at least pop the Ancient Gear Castle so he's not able to summon anything. Anything big, that is. He's gonna set 2 more back row. I pick up another Dust Flame. And I'm like, alright. Let's go for Laval Vault Dragon. I didn't want to shuffle anything. I don't know why I didn't. I probably should have. But I didn't. I think I could only shuffle 1 send one card back to the deck. So I was like, just go for game. Running to a second Drowning Mirror Force. He destroys my Dust Flame, hits me for 19, but I pick up Laval Cannon. We're gonna put Stenon on the field and just hope he doesn't get Gear Town, which he doesn't, so we get the win. That was a very weird duel, but I thought some of you would enjoy me getting Drowning Mirror Force twice. But yeah, here's the deck request that Cyberend wanted. I mean, it's his deck, and it was a ton of fun to play. It was a lot of fun to play. There's just a couple things that I, like I said, would like to incorporate to the deck somehow. A way to take damage, such as Cosmic Cyclone, or some other defensive options like Grievos, Econs. I mean, we're not running anything semi-limited, so Econ would be nice. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. Along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate that. And until next time.